For my behavior modification project, I decided that I would work on going to the gym or exercising more often. Positive punishment is the suppressing of a behavior by adding something unpleasant. This relates to my project because every time I made an excuse for not going to exercise, I would add an extra hour of studying for any subject even when it isn't necessary. Negative punishment is the removal of something pleasant. This relates to my project because if I do not reach my goal of exercise per week, I would take away time of watching sports games like the Panthers or the Flyers games. Positive reinforcement is when you add something pleasant to increase the likelihood of the behavior. This relates to my project because my positive reinforcement is the candy I receive when I reached my goal for the week. Negative reinforcement removes something unpleasant to increase the likelihood of a behavior repeating. This relates to my project because I exercise in order to avoid not being able to watch my favorite sports games. My final term is primary reinforcer, and this relates to my project because the primary reinforcer is a natural property that is reinforcing, like food, water, and rest. My primary reinforcer is the candy. For my very first diary entry, day 1, I wrote, I was supposed to go to the gym at 5 o'clock, but I found myself finding too many excuses. I needed to finish my show on Netflix, I had to do some homework, and I needed to eat dinner. After all this, I ended up going to the gym at 6:45, so on the first day I struggled to motivate myself to go to the gym at the set time I wanted to go. On the last day of the first week, I did not go to exercise because I was busy during the day and I studied for the test at night. I did not receive my reward because I did not accomplish what I wanted to accomplish this week, which was exercising 3 times during the week. On February 17th, I went to the gym today because I was really in the mood for candy, so it made me want to go to the gym. My brother also forced me to go because he kept reminding me of the reward I could get. On February 21st, I played golf again as exercise with my dad, but this time we played 9 holes and we didn't walk. Since I exercised 4 times this week, I was able to receive my reward of my favorite candy from the store in the mall. This consisted of Sour Belts, hard candy, and gummy sharks. On February 23rd, I went to the gym with Marley because I was forced to. She wouldn't stop complaining about me not going with her because I purposely planned to go when she doesn't. Also, she threatened to not buy me the candy anymore. My reward was I got my candy when I reached my goal, and if I didn't reach my goal, I wouldn't get the candy, and my punishment would be I can't watch the Flyers and the Panthers games during the following week. For my first article, it talks about the background and development of reinforcement theory. It talks about B.F. Skinner and his theory, and it also talks about what reinforcement, punishment, and extinction are and how they are used, and it also gives examples of. My next article is talking about what punishment is, and it talks about positive punishment, negative punishment, positive reinforcement, negative reinforcement, operant conditioning, and it gives examples of each one and how they are used in behavior studies. This last article talks about behavior modification techniques, and it talks about how reinforcement and punishment can be used to change one's behavior. I felt that my project was unsuccessful because I was not able to stay motivated enough to reach my goal every week. I was able to come up with too many excuses when I could have exercised for 30 minutes to an hour. Things I could have done differently: I should have done a variable schedule instead of a fixed variable schedule. I could have picked different reward, one that I would look forward to more than the one that I used, and I could have used a token economy because it could have been more effective than a weekly reward.